Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom have reportedly ended their longtime engagement following a string of rumors and mounting speculation suggesting their relationship had been deteriorating for quite some time. Sources close to the couple have indicated that the breakup, while sad, was not entirely unexpected and had been in the cards for a while. According to an insider who spoke with Us Weekly, Katy and Orlando have split but are amicable. The source was quick to note that the split isn't contentious, at least not at the moment. Couple, who have been together on and off since 2016, have finally decided to part ways after months of tension and emotional distance that seemed to widen as time went on. The source added that the breakup was a long time coming, suggesting that their relationship had been strained for a considerable period. They explained that although the love between them was genuine, it was not enough to keep them together under the weight of their increasingly different lives, careers, and personal ambitions. It became more evident that despite their best efforts, the couple had reached an impasse that couldn't be resolved without major compromise. And for two high-profile individuals constantly in the spotlight, such compromises are often much harder to make. Katy Perry, known for her chart-topping hits and colorful persona, is reportedly upset by the breakup, as anyone would be after a significant emotional investment. However, there's also a part of her that feels a sense of relief. According to the same insider, she's grateful that she won't have to go through another divorce, referring to her previous marriage to comedian Russell Brand, which lasted from 2010 to 2012 and ended under emotionally turbulent circumstances. Her split from Brand was a painful period in her life, and the scars from that time still linger. This time around, the absence of legal entanglements like marriage has at least spared her from having to relive some of that trauma. In an effort to focus on the positives and distract herself from the emotional fallout, Perry has been keeping herself busy with her ongoing Lifetimes tour. The tour, which has taken her across various cities, has proven to be both a creative outlet and a therapeutic distraction. Engaging with fans, performing on stage, and staying immersed in her art has given her some semblance of normalcy during what must be a deeply personal upheaval. In addition to her tour, Perry has been managing her real estate affairs. She recently began renting out the estate she won in her legal battle against Carl Westcott, an elderly veteran who had contested the sale. The Montecito property was once envisioned by Perry and Bloom as their future family home. But those dreams, like many others in their relationship, have had to be put to rest. The source clarified that while they had planned to transition into that estate, they had actually been living in another home in Montecito, which served as their primary residence during their time together. Their physical separation began to mirror their emotional one. Katy and Orlando have been living apart since she embarked on her tour, a reality that many insiders say only hastened the inevitable. Despite the distance and the strain, Bloom has continued to prioritize his role as a father. Just this past weekend, he was spotted in Australia with their 4-year-old daughter Daisy Dove. His parenting commitment remains unwavering, even as his romantic relationship with Perry comes to a close. He's also expected to attend the highly publicized wedding of Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez alone, further underscoring the official nature of their split. The media has been working hard to get statements from both parties. Reps for Perry and Bloom have so far remained silent, refusing to confirm or deny the reports, although the silence itself has spoken volumes. For fans who have followed the couple's journey over nearly a decade, this development is both heartbreaking and relatable, a poignant reminder that even fairy tale romances come with their own set of real-world challenges. Earlier this month, Page Six reported that Perry and Bloom were strategically timing the announcement of their separation. According to their insiders, they intended to wait until Perry's tour concluded before making any official moves or announcements. This suggests that the couple may have already made the decision privately but chose to hold off publicly, perhaps out of respect for their fan base, their child, and the extensive professional commitments they each had lined up. Adding further context to their unraveling relationship was the lukewarm reception of Perry's most recent album, 143, which was released in September. A source close to the pop star told People that she was deeply frustrated by how the album was received. For an artist used to topping charts and setting cultural trends, the negative feedback was a tough pill to swallow. The mounting pressure and perceived failure reportedly made her feel overwhelmed and anxious, adding a new layer of tension to her relationship with Bloom. Though he was described as understanding, the stress took a toll and their interactions became increasingly strained. As if that wasn't enough, Perry was also disheartened by some of the less-than-glowing reviews of her ongoing tour. For someone who thrives on connection with her audience and artistic success, such criticism can be deeply personal. The combination of a lackluster album launch and mixed tour reviews put considerable strain on her emotionally, making her more sensitive, withdrawn, and possibly difficult to reach, even for a partner as patient as Bloom. Despite being engaged for 6 years, the couple never managed to finalize plans for a wedding. This detail has raised eyebrows and served as a red flag for some close to the couple. One source told Us Weekly, "They never set a date for the wedding or got around to planning anything, and Orlando is over it." That quote speaks volumes about the state of their commitment and the subtle signs that not everything was rosy behind closed doors. In retrospect, the extended engagement without any concrete wedding plans may have been an early indicator of unresolved doubts or a reluctance to fully commit again, especially given their past marital experiences. Their love story began in 2016 when they first met at a Golden Globes after-party. Chemistry was undeniable, and it wasn't long before the media began buzzing about their connection. However, just a year into their relationship, they called it quits in March 2017, citing the need to take respectful, loving space apart. Interestingly, they reunited less than a year later in February 2018, signaling to the world that their bond was strong enough to withstand challenges. When Bloom proposed on Valentine's Day in 2019, fans and friends alike believed they were in it for the long haul. The engagement was followed by a baby announcement in March 2020, bringing daughter Daisy Dove into the world in August of that year. Yet even as they shared the joys of parenthood, their relationship remained a work in progress. In 2024, Perry opened up about their 2017 split during an episode of the Call Her Daddy podcast with Alex Cooper. Her words painted a picture of two people who were never truly aligned in their intentions. "We weren't really in it from day one," she confessed, a statement that casts a retrospective shadow over their entire journey. She elaborated that Bloom had just come out of a period of celibacy and had set strong intentions for the relationship, whereas she had just exited another relationship and wasn't emotionally ready to dive in headfirst. "I can't do this anymore. I need to swim in a different pond," Perry recalled telling herself at the time. These honest admissions underline a fundamental mismatch in emotional readiness that may have haunted their relationship from the start. The fact that they still managed to build a family and sustain a relationship for as long as they did is a testament to their mutual respect and affection. However, even the strongest emotional bonds can only hold so much weight before they begin to buckle under pressure. As the world watches the fallout of another celebrity romance, it's important to remember that behind the glamorous photos and red carpet appearances lie real human beings navigating love, heartbreak, and self-discovery. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom may no longer be a couple, but they remain co-parents to a young daughter who will undoubtedly benefit from the love and attention of both her parents, whether or not they are together.